Are you ready to hear what is the missing link when it comes to your content? So, I want to show you a little example, right? So, we all create content as business owners, right? And this can stem from, let's say, we're on Facebook, maybe we're on TikTok, maybe we're on YouTube, maybe we're on LinkedIn, maybe we're on Instagram, wherever, maybe we're on Twitter or Pinterest, right? We have lots of options for our content. So it can be on any of these platforms. I'm going to turn this down because I don't want it interrupting our time together. Okay. So we have all of these, right? Wherever we're at, what happens when we post on these platforms? We create views, right? We get views or we get reach or impressions, right? Depending on the platform, everybody calls it something different, right? So all of these platforms that we post on, and maybe you only post on one, and that's okay, they produce views or impressions, right? So what happens if somebody really likes that piece of content? What do? Nothing if we don't give them direction, right? So we've got all this content. We're putting out TikToks, we're putting out the reels, we're putting out the stories, we're creating the YouTube videos. And then what happens? We don't tell them what to do. We get to be told what to do. We have so much noise on social media that if we aren't directing our audience what to do next, they have no clue. They don't know. They assume you don't want them to be a lead, right? We're just going to put that out there. If you're not directing them what to do next when they want to work with you, they assume you're good. You don't need them in your ecosystem, right? So what happens if we now create content with a call to action? Ooh, right? So now when we create content with a call to action, all these views or impressions, whatever reach, whatever you want to call it, right? Those are potential leads because we've given them something to do, right? Now, we can do different types of call to actions, right? We can say like this, we can say hashtag live, hashtag replay, we can say tag a friend, we can do all those things. But what if we are leading them to something where we say, this is juicy and I want to give you this free thing and I just need your email address or your phone number in return? That person becomes a lead. So when we are smart about our views and impressions and we have that call to action in our content, we get leads. Leads on demand. Leads, we become a lead generating machine, right? Why spend all this time creating amazing content? Because I know you're putting amazing content out there. Why spend all that time creating that if you're not giving direction on what to do next? Something to think about, right? So I'm doing the module 4 in the FOMO Academy, and I created this today for them. And I thought it was interesting because everywhere out here is social media, right? Let me push this up a little bit. So all these things start out as social media, which so it starts out as what? Content, right? So all these things, we have social media everywhere. We have paid, we have organic, right? But all social media everywhere. It pulls everything into our marketing ecosystem. Even if you're using the traditional value ladder, right? The free lead magnet down here is coming in probably through social media. Again, organic, paid, it doesn't matter. We're bringing them in, but we're giving them that call to action to know what to do next. If we didn't put a button on a sales page that said, click here, buy here, what would people do? They don't know what to do next. They don't know where to go, right? It's not clear. If we don't say respond to this email, are people typically going to respond to the email? No, they're not. If we put out a piece of content that's an engagement prompt, but we don't have a question mark in there, are most people going to respond? No, they're not. We're not giving them direction. We're not asking them a specific question. We're not saying, go do this. We're not saying, drop a emoji. We're not saying these things. We're missing out on not only the interaction, but again, we're missing out on thousands, maybe hundreds or thousands of leads potentials right here. Because when you are constantly visible and you're creating amazing content with a call to action, your views and impressions are going to increase. If it is landing with this person who saw that piece of content, they will become a lead. How far do they go into your ecosystem? That is totally up to you. What are your offers? What can they buy right now? Every single one of my bundles, which is a freebie, it's 3 free things, they get the option to buy a $27 offer. Then they have an order bump to buy a $7 offer. Guess what? Everybody gives $34. Nobody spends just $27. Maybe one person since I've been doing this. Everybody upgrades to $7 is just a little bit more. If I didn't put that out there and I just said, I just want your email address, I would have just gotten their email address, right? But because I give them the option to spend money right then and there, I am giving them the option to learn what it feels like to work with me for $34. I'm also getting paid to collect leads, which I'm not mad about, but it all works, right? In an ecosystem, it all works. And that's what we're doing inside of the FOMO Academy, which stands for the Foundations of Marketing Your Business Online and Offline. And that is right now in pre-sale. It is going to be going to full sale, but make sure you check out thevisibilityqueen.com or go to letsgetvisible.com and you will see the link there to go and see what the current pricing is. Like I said, right now it's in pre-sale pricing. That is about to be gone, but I want you to get in before that pricing goes up. And don't forget, call to actions on all your content. Increase your views and impressions, increase your lead generation. All day, every day. All day, every day. Are you ready? Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to increase your leads? Are you ready to increase that pipeline? Are you ready to add to your list? Because this is going to serve you more than anything else.